Greetings, greetings. Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. This is definitely spur of the moment energy, okay? This little baby, his name is Emmanuel Haro, 7 months old, was inconsistencies with his parents' stories, and now the parents have been arrested. Let's find out more. What spirit is involved in this little boy's disappearance? Oh, come on, let's clear it up here. What spirit is involved in Emmanuel Haro's disappearance? They do not have the exact date. He could be a Capricorn or an Aquarius today. Ex-Fawn has been noted to be on this earth when I did the predictions at the beginning of the year, what was going to be happening. Once an angel, was accused of setting fire to heaven, was cast out for a rebellious suggestion. Now he constantly maintains the furnace and hells with his bellows. The spirit is involved with this young little baby's disappearance. We are going to find out more. Like I mentioned, he could either be a Capricorn or an Aquarius. It is not set in stone, but they have him at 7 months old. And his birthday, we're just going back, and that is the date that we are coming to hold. All right, I think we're ready to begin. We're going to open the doors and gates through the Capricorn and Aquarius spirit. Could you tell us more about this little boy, where his parents may have done, stored, or kind of caused this whole turmoil? All right, so the Five of Bibles is here, and there is a lie, there is an inability, and there's a struggle that we are not really seeing. These parents either lost some sort of money or job. There's security that's no longer here. And if poverty is involved, you're going to do what you got to do to get along. And you got the Page of Skulls. I'm seeing that they tried to be inspired by this whole thing, alerting the community that he was missing. But there's something here that's communicating in the alert that a man knows more than he's told. And then we have the Six of Skulls. Now, when you see that six, it's balance and harmony, but really it's a distance. So these parents have something to do with the departure of this young boy. There's something about moving on here that couldn't been done. He doesn't look well, but he also doesn't look unmanageable. He does not look unmanageable. Strength is here in this Leo energy. To know that they were really courageous in what they were doing. They're trying to gain some control right now to their story. It is a strength they're pulling from the past, but it doesn't feel solid. Then you got the Star. They are definitely losing hope here in the present. Because Aquarius energy is here, we're going to lock this in for this little boy's disappearance. Like I mentioned, he can be an Aquarius or a Capricorn. He is listed 7 months ago at the beginning of January or that month. So that's where we're going. These parents are really being negative. They may have been at their last wit with trying to manage this little boy's deficiencies, problems here. But they weren't inspired as far as getting help that they could get. They took something with the lack of faith they no longer have here. Final card. The Seven of Bibles. 7 is the magic number. But it's also for us to see that 7 has a low intelligence rate and skill that doesn't feel solid. These parents were impatient with this boy. Why were they impatient with this little boy? There's the 7 again. And then the Knight. Swords, swords, swords. And then the Tower, Aries. It seems that these parents have become impatient with this little boy over I feel like something he can't control. They're tricking everybody in the audience, everybody all over the world. They are decepting and lying through this little boy, and it is betrayal. They know what happened. They have tried to do something like this here in the past. I don't know why that came out like that. Oh, goodness gracious. Spirits. Oof. This was an impulsive thing because they either hurt or dropped this boy, or that black eye she's wearing. This is all forced, okay? And because she kind of forced this upon the public to say that he was missing or he was hurt, it is a lie. And the parents are behind this only to get some sort of benefit, averting some sort of tragedy with him that already happened. He was gone long ago. This didn't just in the parking lot. That's not what's happening. Tell me more about Emmanuel. We might find out something on Monday. This may have been a Monday where she's claiming this story took place, but he was gone that day. Tell me now about this page of skulls. What's this communication about? Because I feel like this communication is curious, but it's also vigilant. So what is being told is a lie. We've got the 8, we got the 9, and we got 898, 889. This may have been the woman's idea to gain attention, to gain notoriety, and the man may have been blind. Now, these people do not look wrapped too tight, and that's no disrespect to anybody. But they thought they were going to get some sort of rewarded effort behind this story. Because they have achieved the achievement of getting rid of him or his body, they feel like they're really going to come out of this on top. They felt like an effort that was going to gain some sort of attention, like all the people do. And then it really comes a negative. It doesn't. This boy was paralyzed, or they're playing the victim in some way also. And they may have paralyzed him and gave him this condition from jump. I'm like, the chromosomes, whatever he was born with, it's something more to that. They really are trapped now because they're behind some sort of bar, jail. They paralyzed that boy first. Tell me more here. Please, trigger warning for Emmanuel. Ace of Swords. I don't know if she was judged about not taking care of this boy or not getting, she's getting some sort of benefit for him, that's for sure. But this communication is completely missed on why this kind of blew in that they had to hurt him for. I'm going to flip one more. I got to go this route. When it comes to Emmanuel, the Capricorn or Aquarius, he is 7 months old out in California being missed. What's the setback and confusion on why they did this to him? Reaping off of energy. Energy contains momentum. Momentum contains attention. And then after that, it's a snowball effect on how everything else is presented. But they reaped off of his energy here. ꪻᴗ is the spirit that has gotten their mind and agreed to do this. Tell me about the strength. They're really confident that they're going to get their way. They're really confident that they, if they can just keep a straight face, there's like no doubt in their energy. You've got the Queen of Skulls, you got the 8, and then you've got the Fool. Well, here's this woman again. Women are always behind some sort of destructive intent. And I hate to say this, not all, just some of them. But they're lying. This woman, very clear. Cruel energy of coldness here. She did not love that child anymore. She did not like of whatever condition that he was born. This comes off as not only reaping in the energy, but also misdirected laziness. There's things she could have done as far as giving him away or also extra benefits. But when you're low skilled in the mind and you really are lost, flipping words, running a million miles, sometimes we're talking about somebody who just thought this was going to be a new beginning for them. They thought that this whole story was going to create some sort of originality as to where they can get away with murder here. They're traveling and saying that this happened on the road, but this happened at home. Off of the energy of her not being able to handle something here. Was it a mistake that she dropped, punctured, hurt this little boy in some way? She wanted to be free from him. This free spirit is around and the responsibility, but have some sort of benefit. The moon is here now. Because Cancer comes in and the sun just kind of like a cloud came over it right now outside. I need y'all to understand, not only is the truth coming to you at this time, but there is clarity in understanding why she did this, because this was suddenly like, okay, I got an idea. You know what I'm saying? This was a sudden thing that has come over this woman, but it just doesn't make sense on the benefit here. It's going to unveil some sort of secret with Pisces being involved. Moon in Pisces. What day will they go down? Foggy day. Feels just like... One more. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, give me 1 second. I have a question. Because the star is in reverse, in the present, and this secret really is going to be unveiled here very soon. The hopelessness. Tell me why that's playing. Tracy Chapman, or who sang that? Macy Gray. Somebody. Why is this song playing today? Freedom. She wanted free from this baby. She did not want the responsibility anymore. I don't know if this is her only child or if this was just some... she didn't expect him to be born with some sort of problem. Something is becoming too stressful and she's not wanting to get the help. That's where this power is deriving from. Aries is also here again. All focus on the hopelessness. Now keep me going. Tell me more about the hopeless feeling. Losing faith. She may be losing faith right now behind those prison gates. You got the World and the Page. This was really rude on why this was done, because both of these people are procrastinators and they've missed some sort of chance to get this child the help. They've also been really lazy in their home. Something is foolish. It doesn't make sense as far as them not being successful. Capricorn and Aquarius are now here with the World. Both of these signs for this little boy. These two are not going to be successful in what's happening coming up in the next few days to the week. Because not only will the emptiness start to kick in, but I feel like the body's gone. There's something else to a success that's going to happen. Because they were creative behind this power that they used that nobody was watching. But you see, there always has to be some sort of higher power that comes back. And something unconsciously is going to be done, clipped, or replayed back. The inconsistencies was the first start of the story. What's next? The Queen of Pentacles. She thought she was going to benefit off of this story. Him already being gone. You know, it's just water under the bridge. And that was far from the truth now. This woman is very cold-hearted and extremely, always in arguments, whether it's with this boy she's with, the husband, the boyfriend, I don't know. But it's insecurity and selfish. And I don't think she works. She doesn't really work. Envy comes in very strong and completely not wrapped too tight. I'm not going to hold you like that Shannon Price. The final card is the Seven of Bibles right here. Tell me more at this time. We got to be patient. There is some reward coming to his demise in the end. The Ace, the 9, and the 5. This was her idea, but this masculine figure actually did the duty of something that's it's a struggle here. And I don't know what really has happened, but I just feel the loss here. This is all loss behind this little boy. This is loss in their home. They're really going through a hardship right now, and they thought that this would be some sort of jackpot, some sort of big reward. And because it's not coming in with the attention of now them being looked at, because it just feels like this is a mental health thing. These people, I'm not kidding. When people have learned to cope of who they really are, and they can't get further after school and go further, then we have to know that they've learned to cope with mental stuff, right? Just forget about it. But if these people have a lot of shame and guilt behind them both, mainly this woman, right? Because she's the one with the idea and he's the one with the muscle. Then we can understand in this Ace of Bibles, this Ace of Pentacles, we can understand what they were trying to do here. And it's really, it's diabolical. Because they thought they would prosper off of this whole disappearance from this young boy, and they were involved. And really thought that he, could be some sort of new attention. There's the two eyes. Third one up here that everybody would watch, would have sympathy for. Because there's so many child abductions, trafficking, but this isn't the road. They have resources in this little boy they could have used if they were smart. But the only new opportunity that is coming forth is them being charged. You got Judgment and then Strength again. Strength has now come out twice. But I need you to see with that Virgo energy, it's not us to do this. This is the afterlife here. But this is also to understand that they don't really ever want to say they did anything. They're never going to admit without something being completely blamed, like they caught them. They have to have something solid, okay? But right now they're losing confidence because they're vulnerable behind these bars, behind these gates. And there is self-doubt coming in about this whole thing will weaken very soon, if not next week.